In this video, I'm sharing a 3-part strategy on how to leave the job you hate, even if you don't think you can afford to quit. Welcome back! If you're new to this channel, I'm Annie Little. I'm an ICF certified career coach and a former lawyer. I created this channel for lawyers who are looking for a practical process for finding and landing their ideal job. Okay, let's start with some real talk. When I was a miserable real estate lawyer, I had 6-figure student loan debt, a mortgage, and plans to start a family. So naturally, I thought I was going to be slogging away in the same lawyer job for the next 30 years so I could pay it all down. I didn't even want to look at my expenses because as far as I was concerned, I owed like $1 gazillion a month. And the thought of looking at my monthly expenses in detail, it made me nauseated. But when the discomfort of staying in my job exceeded my financial induced nausea, I sat down with my husband and we dug into our finances. And I was pleasantly surprised by what I found. As in, I wish I had done it a lot sooner. First step, triage your finances. So this may seem pretty basic, and it's not that I don't think that you know how to do this. It just kind of needs to be said so that you know, yes, this is what you do. This is what needs to happen. I know you feel like you might want to throw up, but just give it a shot, right? Like I said, that was me, and I wished I had just done it a whole lot sooner. So start with your expenses, especially the big ones like mortgage, student loans, car payments, utilities, phone bill, all that kind of stuff. And then you can go into sort of the smaller type expenses, but that are recurring, like Netflix membership, grocery bill, even takeout food bill, any entertainment, savings that, you've committed to, insurance premiums. And so when you add those all up, that's going to tell you how much money you need to make per month to pay all of your bills. And as you go through, you might find that there are certain things that you can totally cut out, or you might decide, oh, maybe I can focus my efforts here and pay down this debt sooner than I thought, or, refinance something here or there. But I'm not a financial expert, so my recommendation to you is to reach out to a financial coach, planner, someone like that. I have people that I trust and that I'd be happy to recommend to you, so you can just shoot me a message and I'll send along my recommendations. So the second step is calculating how much your job costs you. I know, what? Your job costs you something? Absolutely. And both monetarily and non-monetarily. So we're going to cover both. So things to consider on the monetary front. Are you being underpaid? What about opportunities for advancement, raises, bonuses? How about commuting costs like gas and even parking? You've got, going out to lunch when you go into work, having a work wardrobe. And then how about the coping mechanisms, right? Like retail therapy, actual therapy, and for some of us, even medical bills. All right, so also consider what your current job is costing you non-monetarily. Don't discount the impact of feeling undervalued and underappreciated, which can also come in the form of having no room for advancement in your current job. And think about the toll that a commute takes on you and the toll of your job on your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. How about sleep deprivation? How about relationships with your friends and family? And just how much downtime are you able to get? Then you want to ask yourself, is all of this compensation worth the tangible and intangible costs to you? And then next, you're going to want to create your exit timeline. Once you realize that your current job is costing you way more than you realized, it can be really tempting to want to quit your job the next day. At least that's how I felt. But in order to maintain financial stability, you'll probably want to put together more of a long-term plan that's in alignment with your risk tolerance. So for me, that looked like having my coaching business as a little side gig while I continued to work full-time as a real estate lawyer so that I could meet my financial goal of putting a year's worth of my salary into savings. And that took me about a year to do, which was about what we had planned. And then we also refinanced our mortgage and decided to continue to pay our student loan debt on their existing schedules. For one of my clients, that looked like taking on some contract legal work to pay their bills while they got their freelance writing career up and going. That can also look like paying down your student loans on an accelerated schedule so that you can take a lower paying job in the next year or two that's more aligned with the type of work you want to do and your long-term career goals. Keep in mind that leaving your current high-paying job doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go into a lower paying job. Sometimes there will be a temporary pay cut if you're going into a different industry or new practice area and you have to start a little closer to the entry level end of the spectrum than you would if you stayed in your lane, so to speak. But in the end, you're going to be earning the same amount or more than you would be had you stayed in your prior job. But of course, you know where I'm going with this, right? That the intangible benefits in being in a job that you actually like is absolutely priceless. So if you're feeling like you now have a real chance at leaving the job that you hate right now, you should check out my free masterclass, 3 simple strategies for uncovering any lawyer's transferable skills. I've linked it in the description below. And now that you can see money doesn't have to keep you in a job that you hate, you can go out and land the job that you actually want.